After the installation of WingIDE, now it's the time to start exploring its general features. I'm a big fan of the command shell, so I'm going to start this program by executing the following command. For the first time, you're going to see this window, so click on the Accept button for the license agreement. In the next window, it's asking you to download some updates, so click on the Install button. Finally, click on the Restart Now button to restart this application. After the reload of the application, you're gonna see this window. Select the first option to start with a trial license. If you have an internet connection, select the first option on the top to connect directly with WingWare and get a license. A successful license has been created for me. So I'm gonna click on the OK button to start. The first thing to do when this application loads is to open a new file editor by clicking on this blue icon to create a new file. At this start window, you will see the main code editor and some tabs at the bottom and at the right side too. I have already created a simple program for this demo, so I will paste it here in the editor. As you can see, the code starts here at the bottom. It calls the main function, and in the main function I define an IP address variable. And finally I call the ping function to print some random text. If you already watched my previous module, I'm assuming that you already know about Python. So this example should be a piece of cake for you. Because the entry of this program is here at the main function, I will put a breakpoint to stop the debugger and watch the process in details. First thing first, I will press Ctrl S to save the file. Next, in the debug menu, click on Set Current as Main Debug File in order to be able to debug this file. To execute the Python application, press F5 on your keyboard or press the play button up here. In this new window, you will need to enter the arguments values, but since we don't have arguments in this example, I'm going to click on the OK button to proceed further. At this moment, the debugger stopped at my breakpoint and it's waiting for my command. So I'm going to step into the current execution by clicking on this menu button. Next, click on the Stack Data tab. This window is going to show you some useful information, such as the local variables and the global variables at the place where our breakpoint is stopped. This is very useful to track down bugs and exceptions in your program. Next, I'm going to step over to the second line by clicking on this button. Check this out. The server IP variable has changed after stepping out of the first line. Now let's say you want to run the shell at the breakpoint location. For this purpose, click on the Debug Probe tab, and now you can interact with your Python program. For example, let's check the value of the server IP address. Alright, let's change the value now to something else, like 10.0.0.1. This is so powerful. I just change the value of the server IP variable at runtime. Now let's step into the ping function. The final important tab that you need to be aware of is the call stack. Here on the right side, in this window, you can see the stack trace of each function. Check how the ping function is called from the main function. This becomes very useful for many situations, like exceptions thrown from your application. That's it, folks. That's all you need to know to start using WingIDE for developing and debugging Python code. I know there's a lot of bells and whistles in this program, but you have to start somewhere. And I already showed you the main functionalities that should help you to start right away making your first program.